Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And did I mention a couple of months back that green energy and energy efficiency was going to be a factor in the cryptocurrency world? And here we are, all the headlines, everyone is talking on Twitter around efficiency, and who's greener and what's going to happen around that. It is important. How did I know? That is the trick, is research. Researching things that people aren't even thinking about. And that is the key for longevity and looking out for things in the long term. So if you do like the videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And thank you also very much for the love and passion you show the channel. Ripple has come out with a massive announcement. So Ripple partners with sustainability leaders to reach goal by 2030. Now, what they're saying is that by 2030, they want to be the leaders and have zero carbon emission in their business. Zero, not even like nothing. Completely carbon free, sustainable crypto. And it is going to be a factor. Whether you like Ripple, whether you don't like Ripple, whether you agree or disagree, sustainability is here to stay in the world. And in cryptocurrency, it will be a determining factor for a number of projects, which overnight will go from compliant to not compliant. And that also is, an important topic to bring up in regards to some of the holdings that some of you may have. I mean, some of you may be, you got some meme coins or this coin or that coin, and be mindful that when these rules apply and when these rules come, they'll go to zero. They will literally go to nothing overnight. So be mindful. Now, why is it important transaction? Why are transaction fees so important when it comes to longevity of crypto? Like we get a lot of talk going on at the moment around, the early adopters, the Bitcoiners, your 2008 people, 2009 people that have seen Bitcoin go from $100 to over 60,000 US dollars, who are very loyal to Bitcoin. Now, imagine you run a business. Imagine you have a customer who comes in and wants to purchase $79 of your product. And in transaction fees, you have $5.65. It's not sustainable. It's just not going to happen, is it? Then you look on the other hand, $338.58, and the transaction fee is 1 cent. Now that you can get behind as a business. And it's really important that you don't fall into the trap that Nokia did. Now you, as a person who is getting into crypto, there are 3 types of people that are looking to get into crypto. People that want to make a quick dollar, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 12 months and beyond. And I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but depending on where you are, you're going to be positioning yourself in particular ways. Now, I will go out on the channel right now and go as far as saying, I don't have Bitcoin. I do not, in my Crypto Serpent wallet, there is no Bitcoin because I have concerns. Now, this is my opinion. You are more than welcome in the comments to fight me on it, question me on it, why this, why that. But over the next 5 years, I see Bitcoin turn into the Nokia 3310, will not be relevant. Now, that is a Crypto Serpent opinion. I am more than happy to discuss this on any channel you want, and that is from my perspective. A couple of days ago, I shared with you a slide that looked very similar to this. And why this slide is important is that we've been waiting a long time. There's been quite a long pullback and building phase for XRP. And when now finally it's about to break, and nothing over the next couple of weeks will pump harder than XRP. It's been a long time in the making, a very, very, very long time in the making. And so will this occur? Nobody knows yet, right? But if history repeats itself, then history tells us that for the amount of time that XRP has been building up, that the explosion that will occur will be monumental. So it's really, really important to look at in the long-term future. Now, I've been telling you guys that, $3.30 will be happening in May. And obviously, the first 18 days of the month, you guys have been at me going, that's not going to happen. No. Like, you always say that. Well, now we've got others on the internet coming up with their own, their own assumptions that we're going to $3 and beyond. So XRP underscore CRO, he came up with this assumption, and that says, the next stop is 276, and then beyond that, we're going to $3.30 soon. So it is coming, and based on the charts, you can expect that we're going to be going down that road. Now, I love this, and I love these kind of memes that get put out there into the internet. And so you go here going, XRP is about to beat the case and get relisted. XRP is green crypto because it isn't mineable. XRP has the lowest transaction fees and is faster than BTC and ETH and works with many banks. So it's just a matter of time before all these things come to fruition and we really start to kick off in a massive, massive way. Now, from where we are right now, the next stop is $2.60. We will retrace a little bit and then we will move forward and push above the $3 and beyond that. Now, I like what Crypto Bull has done here, and we're going to take a look at these particular charts in a moment in Atani. But 650% over the next 6 weeks, I can get behind this. I can really, really get behind this. But there's a couple of lines that we need to break before this can kick off in a very big way. But this is the monthly chart from 2015 to 2021. So that is looking mighty, mighty fine. So let's jump into Atani and let me check out what we see on there. All right, and we're back inside Atani, which is the software that I use, completely free software that I use to do all my charting and figure everything out. You can log on to multiple different exchanges. I do have a video on the page now on the YouTube channel that talks to you about Atani and why you would want to use it. Now, if you remember yesterday's video, I did say that we were going to hit 128. We hit 132, okay? So 4 cents off the lowest that we were going to hit. And that looked exactly like the 15th of May. So on the 15th of May, we hit this. And again, we hit it again yesterday at the 132 mark as well. So we hit that. I thought it was going to be 128. And I actually did think that it could have potentially been even a little bit lower, but 132 compared to the 138 that I hit. Now, from an account perspective and from a charting perspective, these candles only give us so much. So when I click on this particular button, it takes me to the actual version that I've created with all the signals and with everything in it. So what I can see here is that that there was a point where we went outside of the Bollinger Band, and then I know that as soon as we go outside of the Bollinger Band, we're going to retrace back out, and then we're going to come back in. Now, something interesting that I want you to look at here is the MACD. So the MACD is this little chart with blue and orange lines that are coming together. And now that they've come together, they're probably going to stay together for a little bit, but as soon as the blue line goes above and the orange line goes underneath, that means that we are going to be trending up and going on an uptrend. So we will be going into into a bullish, very, very strong bullish cycle. Now that is on the hourly chart. So now if we cross over to the daily chart, what can we see here? Well, on the daily, they haven't hit yet. So what we can see here is, I don't know if you guys can see clearly the blue line. So we're following this blue line very, very carefully, and we almost touched it. That's why I thought yesterday we could touch as low as 118, but we ended up touching 132. But on the daily chart, we're almost, the blue and the orange lines on the MACD channel are about to touch. Once they touch, then we'll be off into a very, very powerful uprise of XRP. So we're not there yet, but we're coming close. On the weekly chart, we can still see just how far the blue and the orange lines are. So we are set for a massive, massive, massive explosion. Now, I did tell you that when it comes to the RSI, just be mindful that sometimes you can see this RSI and you might be like, oh no, it's in the overbought phase. Don't always go by that, because that is not always a reliable source. Just that chart alone will not tell you the story of what is going on. So I'm just going to get that there. Now let's go back into, say, for example, a 4-hourly chart, and let's have a look here what is going on and what is happening there. So on the 4-hour chart, we can see here, how we're trending, and we've been sitting in this lines for a little bit, but on the 4-hourly chart, we can actually see that the blue and the orange lines have crossed over, and so now that they've crossed over, I think that we are set for a very, very big explosion up from a Ripple point of view. Now, as I mentioned in my video about indicators, it's really, really, really important when we look at this, that we look at all this, we look at the news, we look at what's happening. So everything is a combination of coming up with our strategy. Everything, not just one thing. It's not just the RSI, it's not just the MACD, it's not just the bondage waves or the RSIs or the moving averages. It's everything plus news, plus what's going on, in your Twitters and all that. It's a combination of everything that gives us the charts. So let's look at some of the charts and look at some of the images, and let's see what can we expect over the next coming day. Okay, so step one, breaking out of the 160 will give us the road to 170, and then breaking out of 170 will lead us towards the $2 and beyond. So those are two very, very important points that need to be broken. So break 160 and then break 175. So breaking 175 will give us that. Then as we push forward into where can we go from here, I mean, look, it depends on, what do you do, right? Like if you're a day trader or if you're a long-term holder. If you're a long-term holder, then don't worry about take profit 1, take profit 2, 3, 4, or 5, because there's a lot more coming. But if you were a day trader and you're looking to, what points can you get in and out, take profit 1 at 163, 176, 196, 207, and $2.62 would be the 5 take profits that you would be looking for over the next couple of days. But that depends on your strategy. Now, long term, what can we expect? So I expect a breakout to 2. After a breakout to 2, we retrace back to maybe 170, touch that line, come back up over $2, then break to $2.60, touch down again, go back up to 320. Go back down to about 260 and then push really high into the 8s and 9s and 10s. Might even see a $10 one, and then retrace and move sideways for quite a bit before we kick off again in a very, very big way. So I believe double digits are coming. Now, over the next 24 hours, I think a 190 to $2 is definitely not out of the question before we move forward and really kick things off beyond the 220. So I think we'll break 2, retest back to like 170, and then push forward into the 330 before the end of the month. So super, super excited. Cannot wait. I am thrilled to be with you on this journey. Thank you for the feedback as well about going a little bit more technical. You guys are liking that. I do have it in the description as well if you want to use Atani, and I've made a video on all the indicators that you can put on. Great tools. Thank you all so very much for the love, passion, and support that you show the channel, and I look forward to see you on the next one.